So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What I want to do for a while now is I want to do a series of videos where I answer all the questions in the comments about supplements. I won't be going as in-depth as I will be if we were covering the topic in a complete video, but I want to tell you just kind of what you need to know for the specific question that you're actually asking. So in this particular case, question number one, Daniel Espinoza, and I believe 31 Plays, maybe some other people were asking about creatine. Specifically, creatine when it comes to team lifting, and also can you lose gains when you stop doing creatine? Creatine is just a food, guys. It's naturally occurring in fish like salmon. It's naturally occurring in hamburger. It's actually kind of good for you. It produces more energy in the cells, allows your body to produce more ATPs, and for your purposes, what that means is you tend to be stronger in any given moment. And that strength in that given moment allows you to articulate a lot more power. So it's better for, say, sprinting than endurance, or max lifts rather than maybe repetitions. The other thing, too, is when you take more creatine into your muscles, you tend to also hold a little bit more water and glycogen. And when you hold more water and glycogen, you tend to have a little bit more swelling in size. And that'll give you the appearance of larger muscles, which, let's face it, that's what we all want in this case. Now, Hayden McAfee wanted me to talk about T-boosters. My understanding on T-boosters is that they're mostly adaptogens, so they don't necessarily raise tests directly. What happens is we're decreasing the amount of stress on your brain, and by doing that, all your hormone systems begin to normalize. So if you were low test because of stress and fatigue and just generally your lifestyle, and we were to kind of shield you from that, your testosterone levels would just go up naturally, and that's what you see there. Secondary to that, though, a lot of your adaptogens seem to provide extra boost of energy and also maybe some libido and things like that, which we tend to associate with more testosterone. Raymond the Great, and please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your handles, he goes, can I take anything to improve sleep or memory? There's three things I'd recommend off the top of my head for sleep. One would be melatonin, but only microdose it. If you do large amounts of melatonin, you're more likely to get a hangover or rebound lack of sleep later. What you really want to do with melatonin is you want to take maybe 0.3 micrograms or even as little as 0.75 micrograms, and what you'll find there is you get a nice little sleep, and if you wake up after 3 or 4 hours, you could take a little bit more, maybe 0.75 milligrams more, and just go back to sleep. And you won't wake up with too much of a hangover. Glycine at around 2,000 milligrams a day has been shown to improve sleep quality. So even if you get 5 hours sleep, you have a tendency to wake up and feeling more refreshed. If you have trouble with sleep latency, which is when you actually have trouble getting to sleep, there's something called L-tryptophan. Tryptophan will tend to put you to sleep faster than you normally would, and it doesn't seem to be anywhere between like 1 to 300 milligrams, maybe 30 minutes before bedtime. Haroon asks, at what point in beginning lifting careers would you recommend pre-workout? There's two major factors to a pre-workout. One would be energy, and two would be the pump. Okay? The most important part, though, is the energy, and with the energy usually comes a better pump. So what I usually recommend is you use the minimum amount of stimulant possible just so you feel like going to the gym. In the very beginning, half a cup of coffee or a cup of espresso, that'll probably get you going. And you can do that at the age of 14 on, probably. It wouldn't make much of a difference. And then as you become more advanced, your tolerance increases, then you might want to go through some of the stronger stuff. Eventually getting up to the stuff that maybe my friend David would do, or Dylan or something like that, where they were basically just taking, well, some of the stronger pre-workouts that were out there. Sonny's question was, what would you say were the most useful muscle building supplements for women? Well, women and men are pretty similar when it comes to our bodies, except for our hormone system. So the biggest thing I see that women don't usually do is they don't get enough protein. When you start getting about 1 gram per pound of protein per day, you really are going to build muscle a lot faster. The second thing, though, is patience. Remember, women gain body muscle at about half the rate that men do. So if you want to put on a lot of muscle, you just have to be patient and wait while getting enough protein. There's other factors that are involved, I guess, and we could go into those things later, but the biggest thing to take away from this right now is that protein every day, and also counting your calories. Counting your calories gives you the ability to really fluctuate your weight a lot better. And that's all I have for you tonight, and stay tuned. In a couple days I'll do another few questions, okay? Thank you very much. Have a great day.